Who dares to challenge the sincerity of God's people with such audacity? Imagine someone boldly declaring, "They come to you as people come, and sit before you as my people and hear your words, but they do not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goes after their gain." Intriguingly, these are not the words of a modern-day cynic, but of a prophet, spoken thousands of years ago. Ezekiel, a prophet in ancient times, was tasked by God with a significant and daunting role. In the book of Ezekiel, particularly in chapter 33, we encounter the metaphor of the watchman. This concept, pivotal in understanding Ezekiel's mission, draws a parallel between the prophet's duties and those of a watchman in a city. In ancient cities, the watchman stood on the city walls, vigilantly observing the horizon for any signs of danger. It was his responsibility to sound the alarm at the first sight of a threat, a role critical for the survival of the city's inhabitants. Failure to alert the city could result in disaster and loss of life, for which the watchman would be held accountable. God appointed Ezekiel as a spiritual watchman for the nation of Israel. His task was to warn the people of impending divine judgment due to their disobedience and moral decay. If he failed to deliver God's warnings, Ezekiel would be responsible for the consequences. However, if he spoke out as commanded, regardless of whether the people heeded the warnings, he would have fulfilled his duty. This role of the watchman underscores a profound truth about human responsibility and divine expectation. It highlights the seriousness with which God views the duty of conveying his messages. Ezekiel's warnings were often met with indifference and disbelief, mirroring the reaction of a society that hears but does not act. Fast forward to today, and the concept of the watchman is still relevant. In modern religious contexts, many consider themselves spiritual watchmen, tasked with warning and guiding their communities amid moral and spiritual challenges. The resistance faced by Ezekiel is not unlike that encountered by contemporary figures who dare to voice unpopular truths. They too must navigate the delicate balance between speaking boldly and being heeded. The role of the watchman, therefore, extends beyond ancient walls and into the hearts of modern-day believers. It serves as a reminder that vigilance in faith is not just about personal salvation, but about actively participating in the communal aspect of faith, warning and guiding others towards righteousness. In conclusion, the role of watchman, as introduced in the book of Ezekiel, serves as a timeless metaphor for responsibility in faith communities. It emphasizes the importance of vigilance, the courage to speak truth, and the necessity of action upon hearing that truth. Whether in Ezekiel's time or today, the watchman's call is a solemn reminder that faith requires not just hearing, but doing, not just belief, but also practice.